What if I told you there's an addiction so common that almost everyone has it, but nobody talks about it? No, it's not your phone, not caffeine, not even social media. It's something older, faster, and sitting right inside your mouth. I call it the tongue addiction. Yeah, that little muscle that looks harmless, but has ruined friendships, relationships, careers, and peace of mind, sometimes in just one sentence. Think about it. Have you ever said, "I shouldn't say this, but," and then immediately said a congratulations? You've met the addiction. This addiction doesn't need Wi-Fi. It doesn't need money. It just needs one listener and zero self-control. We are addicted to talking, explaining, reacting, proving, complaining, gossiping, and most dangerously, speaking without thinking. Let's be honest, silence feels uncomfortable to most people. If a room gets quiet for more than 5 seconds, someone will cough, check their phone, or say something completely useless like, "So yeah, weather is crazy, huh?" Because our tongue hates silence. Silence feels like hunger to it. Here's a simple real-life example. You're in an argument. You know if you stay quiet for 2 minutes, the situation will cool down, but your tongue is like, "No, say it. Say the thing. End them." And you say it. 10 seconds of satisfaction. 10 days of regret. That's addiction behavior. Another example, gossip. You hear something spicy. Your brain says, "This is none of your business." Your tongue says, "But what if I just tell one person?" One person becomes 5.5, becomes a group chat, and suddenly you're saying, "Bro, I didn't even say much." Sure. And chips are just one potato. The tongue addiction loves attention. IT loves being right. It loves winning arguments that don't even matter. Have you noticed how people will destroy a perfectly good mood just to prove a point? Like, everyone's laughing, enjoying dinner, and someone says, "Actually, that's not technically correct." Boom, mood dead. But hey, at least they were correct, right? Wrong happiness. Right facts. This addiction also shows up online. Comment sections are basically tongue addiction on steroids. Nobody is reading to understand. Everyone is typing to react. Someone says, "I like tea," and 5 people reply, "So you hate coffee?" This is why society is falling. Educate yourself. Relax. It's leaves and hot water. The scariest part? Most people think being quiet means being weak, but that's a lie we learned early. We think, if I don't respond, I lose. If I don't explain, they'll misunderstand. If I don't speak, I don't matter. So the tongue keeps running, and the mind keeps cleaning up the mess later. Here's a truth nobody likes to hear. Not every thought deserves a voice. Not every emotion deserves a sentence. Not every opinion deserves air. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is control. Look at the calmest person you know. They don't talk much, right? Not because they have nothing to say, but because they choose when to say it. Meanwhile, the tongue-addicted person talks first and thinks while apologizing. So how do you know if you're addicted to your tongue? Quick test. Do you interrupt often? Do you regret words more than actions? Do you rehearse arguments in the shower that already ended? Do you feel itchy when you don't reply? Yeah, that's it. The cure isn't silence forever. The cure is pause. Just a small gap between thought and speech. 2 seconds. That's it. 2 seconds where you ask, does this need to be said? Does this need to be said by me? Does this need to be said right now? Most drama dies right there. And here's the funny part: the less you speak unnecessarily, the more people listen when you do speak. Your words gain weight. Your presence gains respect. Because in a world where everyone is shouting, the calm voice feels powerful. So next time your tongue is itching to jump in, to react, to correct, to expose, to win, smile. Breathe. And remember, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. And that's how you break the addiction.